Good Monday morning. Happy Cyber Monday to you all. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I have been sitting on the internet all weekend scouring for the best deals possible, specifically as it pertains to the LMG, aka the Lunch Money Gamer, because that's what I'm using to make this guy happen. So, after scouring, I found a handful of things that I thought were impressive in terms of pricing for what I'm looking for. I've also found some great prices on some pretty good products in general, so I figured I'd go ahead, make a quick video, share that. If you'd like to grab one, grab yourself one. If not, I'll see you next week. Cheers to you. But that being said, and another sip of coffee had, let's go ahead and jump into the video and take a look at some of these deals we got going on here. So first and foremost, this is probably the graphics card that's going into the LMG. We've got the GTX 1050 Ti SC Gaming from EVGA. Coming in at $140. It's not a massive price drop or anything like that, but it's one of the better rated cards from a company and brand that I trust personally, and it's just going to be an all-around great price point. The 1050 Ti is coming in about this 130 to 150 price point on average. The higher end ones are getting ridiculous, up to like 180. And so anyhow, it's just, this is a really good price point in my opinion. Speaking of graphics cards, as we continue on, still with EVGA, we've got the 1070 right here. This is just the ACX 3.0. This is coming in at 400, which is the best price I've seen so far for a 1070. And that's really all there is to say about that. Moving on over to the 1080. If we stick with Amazon, you can pick the MSI up for $595. That's the best price I've seen so far for a 1080. It's got the dual fan cooler design, which is great. If you want to go over with the Asus ROG Strix branded and cooled cards, you can pick it up for the same price after mail-in rebate. $624 right here, and then after the $30 mail-in rebate, it's going to be the same price as the MSI. Over on the AMD side of things, the best prices seem to be right now on the RX 480s. The 4 gig version is going to be right at $210, and then the 8 gig is going to be coming in at $240. So you've got a couple of options for the 480. You've got a couple of options for the higher end on the NVIDIA side. So there's some good prices to be had, even though graphics cards in general aren't really discounted all that much. Next up on the list, we've got some stuff from Best Buy. And starting off with the GoPro Hero 4 Black at $300. I mean, that's really a great price for the GoPro Hero 4, especially when you consider it'll record in 4K. It'll do 1080p at 60 frames, and it's $150 off right now. And with the GoPro Hero 5 Black having just been released, I would expect to start seeing a little bit more pricing along these lines. But regardless, that's still a great price for a GoPro. Next up, I was really impressed with what Logitech's doing over at Best Buy. You're not going to find these prices on Amazon on everything, but basically everything is half off today. All of their peripherals. So, with that being said, I have my eye on the G610 Orion red backlit keyboard. Everybody loves these switches because they're just so great for gaming. They're comfortable enough for general typing purposes, but for gaming, I don't know that I haven't used anything that has just tickled my keys the same way that the reds do. And coming in at $60 for a mechanical gaming keyboard that's backlit, you've got the volume roller right here. I mean, it's really just a solid option for a keyboard. And the fact that, for me personally, the fact that it's just a white backlit LED instead of like a red, which a lot of the cheaper ones seem to be, that's a win in my book, like hands down. So I don't want to point that one out specifically, but if we come back, you'll see all the headsets are on sale, the mice are on sale, the G502 Proteus Core, I mean, that was a pretty popular mouse, and that's on sale for $35 right now. I mean, you can get a nice peripheral setup mouse and keyboard, and if you wanted to pick up a Logitech headset, you could do that as well. For example, the G930 wireless gaming headset's on sale for $80 right now. Normally it goes for $160. I mean, it's not the best headset in the world, but for the price, you really can't beat that. So, just some great deals coming from Logitech over at Best Buy. Moving on over to Newegg, you can pick up the Core i5 6600K for $220. That is about the best price you're going to find for this processor online anywhere else. It's got the 4 cores, it's overclockable, it is a great processor for gaming, and it's going to take you a long ways if you're looking to do a mid-range or even a high-end gaming build. Speaking of processors, if we come on over to Micro Center, which I know is not available to everybody in every state. I know you have to have one local to pick these up, but man, if you have one close like I do, you can pick up a 6700K for $260 on the Z170 chipset. Or if you want to move over to 2011 and go X99, you can pick up a 6800K for $330. That 6800K is cheaper than the base price of the 6700K. Just to put that in perspective, that's 6 cores, 12 threads. Like, that is a beast of a processor for the price. So just some more prices to keep in mind. And of course, you've got the rest of their deals going on. I mean, here you go. Another 1070 at $419. It's still not quite the same price as we found on Amazon, but that's still a great price if you're in store and you're going to pick one up. So there's just great prices to be had right now on core components if you have a Micro Center close by. Finally, I kind of want to throw in this because I really like the mouse specifically. Razer's got their deals going on right now. It's a bunch of just like package stuff effectively, but if you look here, we've got the Razer Mamba Tournament Edition for $50, which in my opinion is a pretty great price point for that mouse. Normally it's going to be, what is that, $80, $60? I can't see from this distance because I'm so far away. I think it's 80 because it's 44% off. So anyhow, I have had a Mamba for quite some time now. I have the original 2012, and I absolutely freaking loved that mouse as my daily driver. And so this might get me to pick up a Mamba again for the LMG. So just want to throw that out there. I know a lot of people have very strong thoughts and opinions on Razer, either positive or negative. I fall on the positive side, even though they are more expensive. But that's just me. So one last thing I'll throw in, just because I thought it's really great, and I've been impressed with the reviews and overviews of it. This Autel Robotics XR drone with a 4K camera, it's coming in at $700 right now. Normally it's coming in at $900. You're going to save a couple $100 off of it, so it's a great price. You can check out Crit TV, formerly known as Tech Syndicate. They did a review of the drone, and I mean, it really great picture quality, honestly. Very complimentary to the DJI Phantom 4. I had a brain fart there. Very comparable in shape, size, all that fun stuff to that. The fact that it's orange should help you kind of stand out a little bit in the skyline, and you can go white if you want to, but yeah. So if you want to pick up a drone and you don't want to drop $1,500 on a drone, but you could stretch it to $7,000, and here's your option. So with all of that said, thank you all very much for watching. If you are going to buy things from Amazon, whoever your favorite YouTuber is, definitely go use their Amazon links that they have. It helps them out, it helps their channel, it helps their families, and this time of year everybody could use a little help, and this is one free way for you to do that. So I thank you all so very much for watching. I hope to see you all next week, and until then, geek on.